Boom, and we're live. Welcome to episode 4 of Riff Cast with Carlos
and Goodson.
Today, we got a special shout out to our good person,
our good Patreon,
Darekitsune.
However you say it.
However you say it.
We don't know how to pronounce it.
We don't know how to pronounce it. If we're saying it wrong, sorry.
But thank you.
Awesome. Showing us love. We love you. You're now officially a Riffinite. We give you title of general or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Commander Armies. Yeah. All right. So today, we figured we'd talk about the guy who makes his kid run to school because he was bullying other children on the bus and he got kicked off.
Yeah.
So essentially, his kid was a piece of shit and he decided to make his kid learn the hard way, military style. He should enlist him. We should conscript him into the Riffinite army.
No, I don't want him.
Not in a good way.
No, I don't want him. He's gonna be our food runner.
Yes, there you go.
No. I don't want him. I don't want a kid like that in my shit.
Okay, but nah, dude, the dude's got a video. Go check it out. Just type in "dad makes kid."
Oh yeah. I saw it. Dude.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking to them.
Oh,
not you.
Oh,
yeah. I think it's great. It's funny. He's talking shit about the entire time while his kid's running. And it's raining too.
Yeah.
He just made dude military style. I think that's great. I think more parents should, teach their kids that hey, you be a piece of shit, you be treated like a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, a lot of people should get that in their head. Because there's a lot of pieces of shit out there.
There's a lot of...
And then they act surprised when you retort.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they need to do something, and I don't think there's enough of that. I don't think there's enough discipline going on anymore. I think they're just like, I don't want to deal with it. You're a piece of shit. I'm too lazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. Plus, with the number of parents that raise their kids with iPads.
Oh yeah, so they just
iPad is a babysitter now.
They just learn all their
from the Logan Paul brothers.
Oh yeah, I was about to say with the Paul brothers.
They learn how to be like them.
Yeah, be a maverick, motherfucker. But there is one person who was obviously raised right. It's a dude in our community.
Oh yeah,
this old guy. Every time I'm driving off, walking down Neopod Street, and anyone who lives in our city knows what I'm talking about. That street. If you're driving by, you see that old dude picking up trash. He picks it up every day. He always has a bag and a little gopher in his hand. He's picking up trash.
Wait, a gopher?
Yeah, like the little arm, the little grabber.
Oh, I thought you meant like an animal. Like he's carrying the gopher animal.
He's got his little pet gopher. He's like, yes.
They were going to go clean up the streets.
Retrieve the trash. like Ninja Turtles, but he's a human and instead of turtles, it's a gopher.
He has a ninja gopher.
He's a ninja gopher.
I need gopher chucks.
Shout out to that movie. If you guys know what that
movie, if you know what that quote's from,
yeah,
let us know. Hit it up on the Twitter or the face space
or all of it, everywhere, even the channel. Yeah, but no, if you see him, man, give him some love. That dude's cool. He looks like he's in 70s, maybe 80s. Cool guy.
Yeah, man, it's pretty rad. He just picks up trash.
Yeah, he's just like, man, everyone else is a slob and a piece of shit. I don't want to live in a shitty world. I love the place I live.
He lives right next to a chemical plant. So. He'll probably go pick that up.
He just goes with this super-sized gopher.
He just shows up at the plant, the chemical plant, with his gopher. He's like, all right, bitches,
it's time to clean up
this place.
He squeezes the trigger, and all you hear. Dude, that should be a trailer.
Oh, dude, I'd love to see that. We should make that.
We should ask him, like, hey, have you ever wanted to make a short film about cleaning up
about yourself?
That'd be great.
Oh, dude, let's do it.
So, all right, shout out to that guy.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, rad dude, keep it up.
So, I was on the interwebs, and I saw this piece about the Flat Earth Society.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, big thing right now. No, it's been a big thing for
a good while, but it's picking up big time traction.
Yeah, because of the social media and all. So, I can't believe it, man. Hundreds of years after scientists proved the notion wrong, and yet, according to Google Trends data, searches for flat Earth over just the past 2 years have increased 3 fucking fold.
Jeez.
Indicating growing curiosity and belief in the strange conspiracy theory.
Jeez.
Hence, keywords conspiracy theory.
I have things to caveat onto the word conspiracy theory, but what's that article from?
This article is from Morning Ticker.
The Morning Ticker.
The Morning
I'm
Ticker.
gonna give you a little morning tickle.
The Earth isn't flat.
No, man, that's very sad that people will just be. That's just people that'll buy into anything.
I mean, sure, you...
It's a bunch of Eddie Bravos.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Dude, that dude buys any conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I know. I love it. Eddie Bravo's fucking funny. But no,
He is.
I mean, sure, you don't have to trust the word of every person. But, I mean, if you got some person like Neil deGrasse Tyson coming and saying, you motherfuckers are wrong.
Then
Here's
you're wrong.
all the science behind it. Yeah, like, proof. Here's the proof, not just theories.
Right.
Which, flat Earth is a theory.
Well. See, that's the thing I want to touch up on is a lot of people think just because something is a theory means it's not true.
Fair enough.
But theory means something that can be replicated and shit like that. in
Which
a lab.
this cannot.
Which this cannot. This is a hypothesis. It can't be proven because it's wrong.
Yeah, so you guys are... Yeah, but on that, you guys are wrong.
Yeah.
I mean...
So have you delved into like what they actually believe? Like I know that they think the Earth is flat, obvious, but like, so they think that the sun orbits over the Earth and it acts like a spotlight. They think the sun's only like a couple hundred miles away from Earth.
Yeah, I know, which... No.
Yeah, but they also think that Antarctica, they call it. They tell you to think of Earth like a pizza. Mm-hmm. And that Antarctica is the crust around Earth. And they cite the UN flag as evidence that the Earth is flat.
Why?
Because it's flat on the flag.
Oh my god.
But they also say that the UN and the military and all that has ships and soldiers stationed on Antarctica to keep people from finding the edge of the Earth.
It's been in front of me this whole time and I didn't even realize. Jesus fuck.
I know, just look at the UN logo. It's flat. There's a 2D object on 2D paper. Of course. Oh my god.
I need to call Jason Bourne.
Oh man. We gotta get Jones and Mr. Jones.
Mr. Alex Jones. Oh, dude. Turn the freaking frogs gay. Turn the Earth's freaking flat. Oh, I love it, dude.
Me too.
I
Man.
know, but I mean, there's so much evidence showing that the Earth isn't fucking.
No,
flat.
it's all faked.
Oh yeah,
That's
right.
that's part of their hypothesis, and that when you see pictures and video of the Earth, they say that they're using a fisheye lens to make it look round.
Yeah, I've heard that one a lot. But no,
Yeah.
so here's a little bit of Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about
Oh,
it.
just a little Neil deGrasse Tyke.
Tyson.
Oh.
So he pointed out that the Earth's shadow is always perfectly round during eclipses and never casts a flat shadow. Mm-hmm. And he also notes that all objects in the universe tend to take on a spherical shape. He blames the state of schools for not teaching critical thinking skills and says they are responsible for the growing popularity of the flat Earth idea.
And the flat earther response to that is that the sun and the moon is a hologram. Yeah. That it's fake.
All right, it's the Matrix.
Yep.
Fucking Neo got it right.
Oh, jeez. Like, I don't... hey, if you're a flat earther, can you please comment and talk to us?
Yeah, explain to us.
I want to know your thought process. You can call us round earth shills if you want. I don't give a fuck. I want to know why you think the way it is. And if it's for religious reasons that you believe in a flat earth,
Fucking wrong.
I mean, you're wrong.
I'll be the first to say it.
Yeah.
Fucking wrong.
Like,
Science, you can't argue with facts.
no, you
just
can't. You can't.
You know, go ahead, get on Elon Musk.
It's like that woman that feeds her fox the vegan stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's facts. Your fox is gonna die.
It will die.
Yeah.
So just get on Elon Musk's next Tesla up into space, and view the fucking round Earth for yourself, and then send us
Exactly.
photos.
Or, whenever commercial space travel becomes a thing, go look at it yourself.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh no, they put holograms in my contacts.
Right, it's all a lie.
It's all a lie. I gotta rip my eyes out. My eyes are deceiving me.
You're gonna be up in space, and just so many people eyeballs are just be falling into the Earth's atmosphere and just burning up.
Well, yeah.
Because everyone's gonna rip them out with like spoons.
Yes.
With that noise.
That's exactly how it's gonna happen.
Exactly how it's gonna happen. Jesus.
Man, dude, I can't believe there's people that still think the Earth is flat. And that's the crazy part, is we knew the Earth was round in the 1400s. Like, this is a well-known fact.
I know.
Like, this is a well-known fact that the Earth was round for a very long time.
So I'm looking up and figured we'd talk about a little Elon Musk. So this is USA Today. I don't know the validity of these, articles for these websites.
Right. Well,
So,
USA Today is pretty big.
I'd imagine that it's
a newspaper,
There's no reason to lie
so.
about this. So Elon Musk is saying Mars spaceships will be ready for short flights by the first half of next year.
Ooh.
That is freaking crazy.
Isn't it, though?
We live in such a wondrous age where technology is just so fast,
Yeah.
advancing so fast. Dude, imagine it. We already talked about this, but I mean, imagine that, dude, going to fucking Mars.
Yeah.
Meet the reptile people, like the Zucks.
Oh, yeah.
That's where Zuckerberg's from. He's from Mars.
Yeah, all the Zuckerbergs.
Don't
and
fucking lie to me.
The
I know.
reptile people.
The reptilians. They're all, but what if they all just look like Zuck?
Like a bunch of Zuckerbergs.
Just a bunch of Zuckerbergs.
How do they mate?
They just touch fingertips.
That's not how lizards mate.
That's how Zuckerbergs made.
Ooh. That's how Martian lizards made.
See, E.T. Phone Home was based upon that. When he has the glowing finger, he's like, E.T. Phone Home. Or no, when he's leaving,
Were you
he's
just
like,
about to say welcome to Jurassic Park?
no.
It sounded like you were like, welcome.
Every time a Zuck mates, that theme song plays. They touch Let me pass on my Zuck genes to you.
My Zuck jeans.
Take Zuck me off.
Take the Zuck.
Take the Zuck.
Oh, shit. And we're kicked off of Facebook.
Yeah, I'm talking shit about Zuckerberg. No, dude, there's so much evidence against, proving that he's a lizard person. He never blinks and shit, and he's all crazy.
Oh, wow. Or what? Okay, have you ever seen videos where people like take like the videos of like President Obama talking?
Yeah.
And like that, like some light will hit his eye, and they'll be like, "Oh, did you see? He's got a sideways eyelid. He's a lizard person."
Yeah. If the Earth is flat, then Zuck and Obama are lizard people.
Yeah. So all this is people that want to believe something so hardcore. All they have to do is see something, and it's automatically proof, and it's 100% is true. Like those people that there'll be like a video of like a house on fire or something, and they'll be like, "Oh, do you see the flying horseman that's riding over it?" And it's just a lens flare.
Yeah,
but it's totally a flying horseman. He's one of the four horsemen.
In the flames. It was prophesized. Jesus, get your tinfoil ready.
Get your tinfoil ready. The devil can't get you if you wear tinfoil.
Close your eyes, motherfucker. Yeah, dude, I love that.
If you don't move, the devil can't see you.
He's a T-Rex. The devil's just a giant T-Rex. I like how everything goes back to Jurassic Park.
Because Jurassic Park is life, dog.
No.
A pit of hell opens up and the Jurassic Park theme song starts. And John Hammond comes up riding one of them. He's the devil, and he has and all the demons are dinosaurs, right? He's the devil. He's riding a fucking T-Rex like, "Nah, I'm back, bitches."
You thought I was dead.
Raw.
So not Zerk.
Zerk.
Not Zuck.
Zerk McGurk.
But Elon Musk is building rockets to take his people home. He's like the modern day Noah. He's building his ark to gather all the lizard people and take them back to Mars. Why do you think the Earth is so populated now? Lizards.
Yep.
Get off your fucking flat Earth notions. This is bullshit. Lizard people are among us.
Well, I think it was lizards that were making the Earth flat.
Oh my!
It was round until
they're
they
weighing
showed
it
up.
down. They're so fat. The lizards. They're dense. They're just so dense that they just flatten the Earth as they came.
That's totally it.
So as soon as fucking Elon Musk starts launching his arcs up back to Mars,
The Earth is going to
just
slowly
gonna
inflate. Yeah. 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 It's kind of like a mix of Scientology and
Muskianism.
in lizardness. Muskian lizards.
Muskian lizards. So who leads them? Is it Elon or is it Zuck? What if they're two warring factions?
Oh,
he's like,
yeah.
Facebook is great. No, it's about SpaceX.
It's about SpaceX.
He's like, fuck you. You're not on my arcs anymore. He's like, I'll build my own. It's just a giant Facebook like button.
Just a big thumbs up flying off into space.
Then when he passes by Elon Musk's rocket, it just turns upside down. Fuck you, Musk.
And instead of rocket exhaust, it's a bunch of little fucking Facebook emojis like the wow face.
Speaking of Facebooks, make sure you check out ours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is not a page. It's a personal page under the name Riffcast. Mm-hmm. Check it out. We're always posting on there, trying to be all up to date and social and stuff.
And it is not monitored by the lizard people.
Yeah, there's lizard people free.
Yeah, we laid down like some like little traps.
We put mothballs everywhere. Keeps the lizards away. Oh shit! So not a lot of people know this, but my grandmother always used to say she would put mothballs in the yard to keep snakes away, and it actually worked.
Oh wow!
So what if when the lizard people invade, we just put mothballs everywhere?
No, that's what that old man that we were talking about who cleans up the streets. He's cleaning up the streets and distributing mothballs.
Oh, he's keeping us safe.
Our city is gonna be protected. We're gonna be the last refuge
because of him.
He's just like. He's like, oh, pick up this trash, 2 mothballs. Fuck you, Zuck.
He just looks up to the sky, fuck you, Zuck.
Yeah. And then Zuck is watching from his drone. Fuck, this old man's good.
This old man.
We can't take him on. I can't even get fucking like 500 miles within that city. We're fucked. Too many mothballs.
Too many mothballs in that city.
These are the real conspiracies that people need to be getting behind.
Yeah.
It's not conspiracies, it's just fact.
I know. This is definitely a conspiracy worthy of Coast to Coast AM. For those of you who have not listened to it, there's an AM show called Coast to Coast AM. Check it out.
Call in and tell them our theories.
Yes, please do. You can call in. You can talk about anything. They talk about anything from government conspiracy theories to politics to time travel to aliens to big feet.
To lizard people.
Yeah, exactly. Check it out. I actually endorse it.
Yeah, you showed me the first episode, dude. I fell in love with it immediately.
Oh yeah, I wonder how well that dude would take to mothballs, stopping the lizard people invasion.
What if he's a lizard person?
What if they have already invaded?
Fuck. What if our neighbors are lizard people?
Oh shit.
Fuck, dude.
See,
I need to start carrying like a pocket full of mothballs.
This is how serial killers start. My neighbors are lizard people. You just shove mothballs down their throat. Get out of there, you lizard fuck.
No, you just like put your hands in your pockets, and when you go to shake your hand, and you cup a little mothball in your hand, and you shake their hand like, "Nice to meet you, sir?" Question mark.
Oh yeah, and they don't yank their hand away.
Yeah, they're it burns.
Die, you lizard fuck!
Die, Satan!
Eat shit and die, you lizard dickweed!
Go back to Jurassic Park, motherfucker!
And the lizards are like, "We're from Mars, not Jurassic Park."
What's the difference?
What's the difference? Yeah, we show up to Mars, and there's the big Jurassic Park doorway, and we're like, "What? When did this get here?"
That is too fucking good.
Is it Mars or Jurassic Park? There's no difference.
They're synonymous with one another.
Jurassic Mars.
Jurassic Park.
That's the sequel we need.
Yeah, no, it's the sequel we deserve.
It is. So Jurassic Park was too dangerous on Earth. And InGen, being the greedy corporation they are, team up with Elon Musk.
Oh, shit.
And they make Jurassic Mars. They terraform Mars and put all the dinosaurs on it and charge people exorbitant amounts of money to fly them to Mars. Because Jurassic Park's already scary because you're on an island.
Yeah.
But imagine if you were on another planet.
Wow. Run by lizards.
Yes, it's got to be.
Chris Pratt's going to be the savior. Chris Pratt is the Messiah.
Oh, shit. And then he unzips he's wearing a skin suit. He unzips and he's just a pile of mothballs.
He's like, the time has come. Time to make the great sacrifice. Mothballs just flow out of him.
Just flow out of an endless supply of mothballs.
And it's just like, oh my god, no.
No.
They just start dying. They start like withering and dying. No.
No, mothballs.
I loved you, Chris Pratt. I loved you. You were a good actor. Star-Lord. You like Starfucker.
Fuck you, Starfuck.
You were the chosen one. You weren't supposed to become the mothballs. You were supposed to destroy them.
But he was the mothballs all along.
All right. So, how many of you are gonna start keeping mothballs on you? That's today's question. Are you gonna start putting mothballs in your pockets? At least one.
Just one.
And let us know.
And if anything, your pocket's gonna smell all right. Stay fresh.
Yeah, well, it'd be good. You know, if you're ever on a date, you won't have smelly pockets,
No, it'll just smell like your grandma's house.
and you'll be able to ward off all the lizard people.
Yep.
No potential, wrong interspecies mating.
That's absolutely right.
I want to stay away from them.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
Imagine you're just like, mid-date, and then she just like, or he just like sticks out his tongue, just like eats his food.
And it's like thinking you didn't see it, and then you're like, what?
You're like,
and he was like, what? And then, so you see that, and then he orders something to drink, or he or she goes to the restroom, you put a mothball in his drink.
Instead of roofing them?
Yeah, you put a mothball, he drinks them from it, and he's just like, no! He just implodes.
And then
makes that sound.
It's like watching from his throne. It's like, God, not another one. Riffcast. These guys in Riffcast, they know too much. We need to take them out.
Dude, if we hear a knock on the door right now.
Fuck, we don't answer.
Lizard people are only allowed to be in if they're invited. Yeah. That's what vampires were based on, was lizard people. Lizard people have been here for a very long time.
Dude, why do you think the Earth is flat? Wow. The Earth just doesn't get flat immediately. Come on.
Oh, yeah, it takes time.
It takes time. It takes a lot of dense-ass lizards, dude.
Mm-hmm. It's like a slow tire leak. Just slowly going flat.
How old do you think these super lizards are?
I don't know. If anyone's an expert on lizard people, please hit us up. I'm no expert.
Do you just like cut off a limb and count the rings, or?
That's a tree, man.
What's the difference?
Whoa.
What if lizards and trees are closely related?
They're not.
I mean, hey, dude, if we got a flat Earth,
oh yeah,
you never know.
Oh shit.
This could all be valid. I could be a lizard person right now. It could be like The Thing.
Oh shit.
I love that movie, by the way.
Dude, The Thing.
Instead of
I never saw the remake.
It wasn't a remake. It was a prequel.
Oh really?
Good. Check it out.
Really?
Check it out. Great. Yeah, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, check out The Thing, the prequel, and the original. Great.
Well, now
stuff.
that we're on to John Carpenter, you should see They Live.
I actually haven't.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
I probably should. I love The Thing. The Thing is probably my favorite,
Oh, The Thing is great,
movie.
man. But They Live, they call it a horror movie, but I'll call it more of a sci-fi action movie.
I'm okay with that.
But, oh, man, it's such a great movie. It just because it's a social commentary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone.
Yeah,
just go watch it.
Just go watch it.
Now.
Okay.
Stop listening to this and go
Okay, I don't know about that.
But then come back to us.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
then with what you had in mind about Riffcast. Don't watch Jurassic Park. Watch They Live. And then watch Jurassic Park. Then come back and listen.
Yeah, come back. Just take the necessary breaks.
Yeah, man.
No, I was gonna say, and if you've watched it, The Thing, how they go ahead and put they heat up the metal because the thing doesn't like heat or fire, and they put in the blood. What we're gonna do is get mothballs and then just dip in the blood, and once it freaks out, that's how you know.
Oh man, that's how you know it's a lizard person.
Yeah, I wonder what happens like when they shed their human skin suit. What do they look like?
Lizard people.
Like, have you ever played the Elder Scrolls series?
No.
No. Well, anyone who has, they probably look like the Argonians. Yeah. So Argonians are literally lizard
I think
people.
of the lizard people from Land of the Lost. I forget what the fuck they're called.
I don't even know.
It's on the tip of my tongue, man.
We'll spit it out.
It's not there.
No, liar.
Yeah,
Are
but
you
the lizard people from Land of the Lost, dude. That's what I think of when I think of lizard person.
I think of Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg.
And Chris Pratt.
As
a sentient pile of mothballs.
The Messiah.
The
Messiah. Okay, so.
Oh, man.
Let's see what else we can
find. With Flat Earth being real, it just changes the whole perspective. Anything could be real.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I can't even think of something outrageous to say that I believe in. The moon. I don't believe in the moon.
Oh yeah, you think that's a hologram?
Oh yeah, it's a hologram.
Like all flat earthers think.
I mean,
oh shit! I'm running out of shit to think.
No, you mentioned to me earlier, and I saw it. I love it. The flat earthers all around the world.
Oh yeah, all around the globe.
Yeah, all around the globe.
So you have to say around the globe, okay? Because that sentence contradicted itself twice. Around.
Yeah.
And the globe.
I love that.
Yes.
That is just beautiful. As soon as I saw that, I started laughing my ass off because I thought it was too good.
Yeah. Fucking retards. Like, for real. It's like, hello, welcome to Flat Earth Society.
Wonder if they only eat, like, flat items, like, pita bread or whatever the fuck. I don't even know what. I can't even think of the
They
bread.
boycott round things.
What if they...
Hey, do you want this orange? Fuck no.
Fuck no.
I'll take that fried plantain, though.
I'll only eat that orange if it's pressed.
Only it's pressed.
Yeah.
Do you want this pizza? Yes. What about this lasagna? Press it down into a pizza. Then
Yeah. Press it into a disc shape. We're good.
we're good. You want some donuts? Smash it first.
No. Actually, there's another theory that the Earth is like a giant ring as well,
What?
with a hole in the middle. I've seen it
Where's the hole?
in the middle. So like,
Yeah, I know
it
it's
looks
in the
like a
middle,
donut.
but like, where would it be
Oh,
on Earth?
where
Like
the flat
the
Earth,
Arctic Circle?
where the flat part is.
Is that where Hitler went to go live?
He just decided to flee to the
To the hole.
He just fell through.
So is there like a you can buy donut holes? Is there like Earth hole?
Earth holes. The Earth. So instead of flat Earths, donut Earths, round Earths, what if there's all Earths? What if there's just all kinds of Earths? Triangular
There
Earths.
could be.
And I don't know what other kind of Earths.
That would be great. Like a spinning top Earth, a rhombus Earth.
The Mark Zuckerberg Earth.
Just shaped like Mark Zuckerberg.
just
Dude, an Owen Wilson Earth.
Oh, his nose.
His nose.
But not him.
Owen
just
Wilson's nose
his
Earth.
Owen Wilson, once again, dude, we love you. Hit us up. We got some great ideas.
Yes, please hit us up.
We got some great fleshlights.
Things are happening.
Things are... We're getting traction.
I need a 3D scan of your nose. That's what I need.
What if we got an email tomorrow with that?
I'm be all right with that.
We could start our Kickstarter for Owen Wilson nose fleshlights.
Yeah, please do. If anyone's on board with that, hit us up, man. If you support Owen Wilson nose fleshlights, they go wow every time you pump. Hit us up.
And if you
We're gonna start a GoFundMe. These fleshlights are gonna be a thing.
No one's going to buy it.
I'll buy it. I'll buy all of them.
You're going to fund your own money.
Yes.
Wow. You're just going to use one like, oh, new hour, all right. Time to swap this one.
Time to swap this one for another one.
Yeah, because I got like 10 billion Owen
No,
Wilson
I'm going to donate them to
fleshlights.
like homeless shelters and rehabs. It's like, well, we didn't get any food or money, but we have a bunch of these nose-shaped things.
Right. Stick your penis in it.
Put your penis in it. Read the directions.
Right. what if you
Just a stick figure humping this nose.
But the directions are going to be up in the nose, so you got to like stick your fingers up there and pull it out and be like, oh, wow.
And they're all in French. There's no English directions. But there's crudely drawn stick figures.
All done by hand, too.
Yeah, all done by hand.
Just really shitty pictures.
Humping a nose.
This is how it's done.
With arrows for the back and forth.
How do you think you were made? Owen Wilson's nose is the cradle of life.
We were all just a snot rocket in Owen Wilson's nose.
He just goes around. I can't even say it.
He goes around fucking shooting shit out of his nose, man.
And another one here, and another one there. Him and Chris Pratt are probably like really good buddies.
Oh, dude, probably. He probably spits mothballs.
What?
What if that's how Chris Pratt was born? He was spitting mothballs out of his nose into a sack of flesh, and it became Chris Pratt. He breathed life into these mothballs. And it was Chris Pratt.
The rabbit hole only gets deeper from
Oh, I
there.
know. When you take the red pill, it takes you deep.
And if you take the blue pill, you just believe in flat Earth.
You believe in round Earth, you big roundy.
Sorry that I have science and facts to back me up. Listen here, you sack of shit.
Listen here, you sack of shit.
The Earth is round, not flat.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't caught on, the Earth is round.
And there are lizard people among us.
There's a fungus among
There's
us.
a fungus.
But man, dude, so I was driving on the way here, dude, and I was listening on. I like to listen to NPR a lot when I'm driving, and there's this story about these big party groups in LA. So in the 90s and shit, obviously gang culture in the early 2000s, gang culture in Los Angeles was a big deal. So they were talking about these groups of kids that would just get together and party instead of doing the gang things, and I'm like, that's cool and all. Why does that deserve like a 1 hour broadcast on NPR? It's like, yeah, these kids like to party instead of go. They like to do drugs in a positive environment instead of do drugs on the street.
That's a positive thing, man. That's why it means it's our.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, that's what we all did. We just were smart enough not to get in a gang.
There's like Christian MC biker groups. They're
shit.
a gang or a group, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Group. Motorcycle club.
I think the Christian Motorcycle Club overtone is just a cover. I think they're all like Sons of Anarchy badasses, but they're just like, no, we're just all born again Christians. It's a cover, dude.
No, what if this is what's gonna happen? As soon as the pits of hell open and the T-Rex comes out
With John Hammond on.
Yeah, with John Hammond on. The motorcycle clubs that are Christians all around the world are just going to start riding to that hole. We'd ride. Boom, boom, boom. Get on your hogs, boys.
And they're all going to be led by Chris Pratt on his motorcycle.
Judgment Day is upon us, motherfuckers.
And Jeff Goldblum. And he's like, life's going to find a way.
Life's going to find a way. Get on your hogs, boys.
Life's finding a way. You take a wrong turn. My GPS is dead. It's all right. We'll find a way.
That's a solution.
That's a solution
we'll
to
find
everything. It's like, Mr. Goldblum, you're $3 million in debt. I'll find a way.
I'll find a way.
Mr. Goldblum.
He just has issues. I'll find a way.
Mr. Goldblum, we forgot to pack the parachute when we jumped. I'll find a way.
I'll find a way. Just falling down in like a serene.
He's like, life finds a way.
Serene. Yeah, life finds a way.
He's like, thank God I ate Taco Bell, and he just starts farting to slow his descent.
No, he falls on Chris Pratt. Oh. He's made of mothballs.
That would hurt a lot.
Oh, dude, Chris Pratt's got him covered.
Oh, dude, speaking of mothballs, dude. I remember when I was like 4 or 5. I went to my grandma's house, again, with mothballs. And she had this bowl of mothballs.
Oh, man.
But I thought they were candy.
Oh, no.
And I was like, it smells okay. Then I popped one in the mouth and bit into it. It's the worst experience of my life.
I fucking bet.
Just second to the other time I was at my grandma's house and I was super thirsty. I went to the fridge.
Oh, no.
And I picked up this bottle with clear shit in it out of the fridge.
Yeah.
And I drank out of it. It was just pure vanilla extract.
Holy shit.
Oh, it was horrible.
It tastes terrible.
It did, man.
No, when I was really young, my grandfather was sitting in his game room and he would always have a drink or two a day.
Yeah.
And so he would drink and I went up to him and I was like, hey, can I have some of your Coke? Because, it's this really dark liquid. And he was like, yeah, sure, here you go. I take a sip. And it turns out to be fucking scotch.
Yeah.
No, it was cognac.
Yeah.
I still to this day refuse to drink. Because,
Really?
as soon as it touched my mouth, I was like... And I was just like, what kind of fucking Coke is this?
That Coke's really flat.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my concern. There's no carbonation in this Coke. My grandmother was just having a drink. He's like, yeah.
Oh, dude, but I used to do it all the time. So, like, my dad would be drinking a beer or something. He'd get up, go use the restroom. And I'd be like 3 or 4, and I would just finish his beer. I would just pound it. He'd come back, and there'd be this little 4-year-old kid on the couch with hiccups.
And, just looking at his can like, what happened to my beer?
But, I mean, I had very laissez-faire parents growing up. So, like, I remember when my aunt graduated college. She graduated from Texas A&M medical school. And there's this big party on her graduation. Was it her graduation? Or was it her wedding?
Was it?
No, it was her I think it was her graduation. I think she was already married at the time.
Okay.
And we went over there, and there's this big party, and everyone's getting drunk. All these mid to late 20s college graduates were around, and I'm 7 at the time, and there's just this 7-year-old kid walking around with a bottle of champagne. I'm literally getting shit faced as a 7-year-old, just drinking straight champagne, playing chess with people.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Getting lit early.
Yeah, dude. And everyone was just like okay. They were all like put off at first. Like, why is there just a little kid?
They all just
getting
like,
drunk.
hey, kid.
But then they were like, hey, yeah, this party's for ends.
You've ever taken 2 shots off a chick's breast?
that I swear it could have happened that night.
Possibly.
But I just picture all these people. Like, if they're having a conversation about epic parties, like, man, that party was so epic. There was just a kid walking around drinking champagne.
Just double fisting 2 bottles.
I was, dude, man. I was getting shit-faced.
Just pouring it on everybody like, yeah, this is my party now, motherfucker.
It was awesome. That was my first real party. And then 2 years later, I smoked weed.
Wow,
but I don't count that time when I was 9 smoking weed. And I think I said this before on a previous podcast because I didn't really know what I was doing, so I didn't inhale.
I don't know if you said it on the podcast, but
the first time I actually smoked weed was probably about 14.
Dude, every time I hear that always trips me out. Like, and nowadays you hear kids who like say, "Yeah, I smoked it like when I was 5 or 7."
No,
I didn't smoke weed till I was. Well, this is a funny story in my opinion. So I didn't smoke weed or get drunk. Actually, no, I've been drunk before that. And the first time I smoked weed, I was maybe, I think 18. So I go out and I didn't go out with my buddies that often. I would just come home after school, chill, do my thing. And then they're like, "Hey man, like you're a good friend of ours. You never hang out with us." Like, what the fuck, man? So like, you're coming out with us this weekend. I was just like, okay, all right, let's do it. So I go out, get fucking drunk, smoke a shit ton of weed, feel good. And so as we're going back, my buddy was like, he's really fucked up. And he's like, "Hey man, I ain't taking you home. I'm fucked up." And so I'm like, yeah, fair enough. And so I told my parents, like, "Hey, I'm not coming home." And they just got pissed. My dad waited up all night for me to come home. So the next morning, they come and get me. Pissed, dude. They're pissed. And then so they're like, "So what?" So they're giving me this whole lecture, like, "Why the fuck, staying out late at night? You're not, don't let us know where the fuck you're at and shit, yada, yada, yada." I'm just pissed. And so then my mom's like, "So what did you do?" And I was just like, "I got really drunk." And she was like, "Well, how do I know that's all you did?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I smoked weed." And then, but no, so I stopped myself. Like, time stopped. I swear to God, for like a few moments. And then in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Like, why did you just say that? You didn't have to tell them that, and they would have never known. And then time resumes, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? She just like fucking starts freaking out. And then so we get home, and my dad's like, "All right, motherfucker, you're doing hard labor. Get out in the back and start like fucking around with that backyard. I don't care what it is. You do something." So I'm like raking leaves and like twigs or some shit. And I'm like, and I'm hungover as fuck. And so I'm like, God, fuck this shit. So I just go to lay down on the patio, just like staring up at the sun. I'm like, ugh. My dad walks out, hovers over me. He's like, "Did you learn your lesson already?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Good, you dumbass." And just walks back inside. It's like roasting on the concrete because we live in fucking Texas.
Yeah.
And it was during the summer. But yeah, dude, fucking stupid. I just love that. Awesome. Like, what is wrong with me?
The first time I got really drunk, so excluding that party I was at when I was 7. Mm-hmm. The first time I got really drunk, I was probably 18 or 19, and we got a hold of like a bunch of Coors Light, me and my buddy. And I became notorious at that time for drinking just until I puked. And that's why I don't puke from drinking anymore.
Wow.
Because especially New Year's Eve of 2016 going into 2017. Or was it? No, yeah, going into 2017. No, it was 2015 going into 2016. I swear I almost died. Like, oh my God. But no. So back in like 2008 or 9, we got a hold of some beer. And I would pound it, and we were outside drinking and smoking cigarettes, and I was like, "Right on, man." And I forget what we were talking about, but I just turned my head, projectile vomit,
Jesus,
and then just turn around and keep talking
like nothing happened. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good weather, huh? No. So one of my favorite moments that I have in life was the time I got the talk from my dad. I was visiting my dad on the weekend. And so we're chilling like in his living room. We're watching TV or something. And my stepmom and stepsister went out to go do something. And so my dad looks at me. He's like, "Hey, go get me a beer from the fridge." I was like, "All right." So he had like the really fucking tall ones.
Big artillery shell.
Yeah, no shit. So I bring it back to him. He cracks it open. He takes a sip. He's like, "All right, man." I can't remember how old I was. It was maybe like 15 or 16. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "All right, man. So here's the thing. If you ever get a chance to fuck a woman, I want you to do it. Don't hold back. But you wear a condom because I don't want to be a grandfather just yet. Finish this beer." And at that time, I did not like beer, so I took a sip. I was like, "I don't want to." He's like, "You're gonna fucking finish that beer, and you're gonna like it." And then just walks off. Yeah, that was the whole thing. You get a chance to fuck. Put on a condom. You're good. Finish this beer.
That's awesome.
Parenting done right. It just walks off, man.
That's pretty cool, man.
I thought it was pretty interesting, but yeah, I think that was a pretty good way to do it.
That's a good way instead of making a big deal out of it.
Yeah, like let me pull up the diagrams. This here is what you call penis, and that's a vagina.
Now don't touch yourself, or else you go blind.
Yeah, don't touch yourself and go blind. That does not enter that hole. It is forbidden. And you do not drink beer.
And the earth is flat.
Just like your dick if you have premarital sex. Zuckerberg told me.
Your dad's a lizard person. Oh shit.
That's how it went, man.
Fuck yeah.
Total photographic memory. That's how.
Oh, dude.
I think that's
Nah, man. So, going back to when I got drunk on New Year's Eve, going into 2016. So, a buddy of mine had come into town that we worked with previous, but he moved. And he came back for New Year's, man. And then I can't to this day drink Jaeger because of this night. So, he just kept feeding me Jaeger shots, just like they were candy. And I was just like, all right. So, I'm just normal drunk, walking to the restroom of this bar. And this bar is like half indoor, half outdoor type setup.
Oh, yeah.
It's called the Red Door Saloon. If you're ever in Destin, Florida, go check it out and then learn to immediately hate it. Because the clientele there can be really stupid. But anyway, so I went to go piss inside. Then as soon as I opened the door to the outside part, the ground starts moving to the left and the ceiling is moving to the right. And I'm just like, whoa. Like, so much so a bouncer came up to me. And he knew me because I frequented that bar quite a lot. And he was like, hey, buddy, are you all right? I was like, yeah, man. And then I don't even make it to my friends. I just do a complete turn out of the bar. And I go to walk to my car because I want to throw up somewhere that's not around a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this bar's at the top of a hill. And I'm parked at the bottom of the hill.
Oh, fuck no, man.
So I'm literally, like, I go to walk down the hill and I stumble. But I never hit the ground. I just kind of fell on my feet down this hill.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a weird foot. You know what I mean?
talking
Like
about.
I was stumbled down this hill, but I never hit the ground.
Yeah.
And I finally make it down to my truck, and I'm just sitting in the driver's seat puking. And there's like it's thick puke too.
Ugh, gross.
Like thick refried beans.
I'd rather not.
With cheese.
That's two foods you've ruined. Spam and now refried beans.
Yeah, think about
Jesus.
that. And I'm puking and puking. There's a pile of puke by my driver's side.
God.
And I look up and I'm just like, puke running down my mouth, sweat, tears. I look up and I see my friends walking to their vehicle. And I'm like, help. And they're like, oh man, we were looking for you.
I'm dying.
They come and pick me up and they throw me in the back of my truck. And we stop at Whataburger.
Oh, dude. Yes.
All right. So we go to Whataburger, and I tell them what I want. We're waiting on it, and I'm throwing up in the Whataburger drive-thru. Just like as she's handing us food, I'm just like, bleh, bleh. Still, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we continue driving. It's probably about a 10-mile ride to our homie's place, right?
Puking everywhere.
Yeah, I was puking down the highway. Just like, bleh, there's just puke flying. And it's just that thick stuff still.
Yeah.
So it's just
60 miles an hour.
refried beans at 60, 70 miles an hour, just flying.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. And, oh, man. But the stars were beautiful.
Oh,
because it was on an island. So.
In between throwing up, you were just looking up like, yeah, that's a beautiful star.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We finally make it back to my buddy's house, and I'm done throwing up at this point. I'm like, hey, man, do you got a spare toothbrush? He was like, no. I was like, you got anything? He hands me like a paper towel with toothpaste on it. And I'm like, right on.
Right on.
And then I use that and then eat some Whataburger and go to sleep.
Dude, I love Whataburger.
But the thing is, after I threw up that much, I was completely sober.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
I was not drunk. I wasn't even buzzed. I actually had a headache. And I was like, just give me my food. I want to go to bed.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what I would have done. I crawled bed, ate my burger, and then just passed out.
That's exactly what it
But I love how Whataburger's a haven for... like drunks, man.
Oh yeah,
like you
man.
go out like 3 a.m. or whatever.
Oh, dude, 3 a.m.
all the time.
Waterburger employees are so pissed off because they've been dealing with
the
drunk
drunks
people.
are just fucking loud, going crazy.
Whataburger
All the time. My brother lives.
This is our last stand against the lizard people.
We need to lose it. Just lose our shit. Nah, man, my brother lives in a college town, and he tells me all the time that it's just fucking flooded all the time at 3 a.m. Just everyone's drunk, is off their ass. Yeah. No, the first, actually, someone I know, I won't say names or anything, just because I don't know how upset they would be if I told them this. So they were drinking, and they were all drinking heavily, and they ended up getting like super drunk, and then like she's passing out on a couch, and then like her friend's sitting like right there next to her, and she just goes to throw up, and she just pukes all over her hair, not once but twice.
Wow.
And her friend just doesn't do anything because she's super drunk about it. She's like, ugh, gross. She's just,
yeah.
you. Anyways, as I was saying, Jaeger Bob. You want to drink some more? Sure.
Oh shit, dude, that's disgusting.
The first time I got drunk was during Christmas, and my mom. I can't remember how old I was, maybe like 15, 16. And I wanted to do a little bit of drinking. Everyone else was drinking, having a good time, and I was around family. We're all staying home. And so I was like, hey, Mom, you mind if I go make a drink? She's like, nope, I'm too young. She walks off. My grandfather comes to me. He's like, this is my fucking house. You go to my bar, make whatever you want. I'm like, right on, Grandpa. So I go over there, and I'm drinking eggnog. I love eggnog. So I start mixing it with rum. I'll make a good few amount of those drinks. And like maybe like maybe like 3 or 4 drinks in, I'm already like pretty fucking good drunk. It's the first time I ever drank. And so I go there, and so I grab my, I have my little red Solo cup. I don't even remember. So I couldn't see the rum. I didn't know which one was what. So I just grab a fucking bottle. Cognac, yet again.
Oh, man.
But I load up my fucking red Solo cup like 90% full of nothing but cognac.
That's such a kid thing to do, right?
But then I just splash. I pretty much just splashed some eggnog in.
Yeah, but that's what kids do, man. When I say kid, I mean late teens, early 20s.
Like first time
let's put more booze
in
there.
No. Here's the thing. It wasn't on purpose.
Really?
I was just drunk. I didn't realize what I was doing. It was just like, oh. So like I realized I was like, oh shit. Well, then I splashed the eggnog and I take a sip. I was like, ugh. It tastes like shit. I was like, but mama raised no quitter. I'm drinking this bitch. And then, so I'm drinking. I'm like, God, this tastes like shit.
You should have just added more eggnog as you went.
I was drunk and retarded.
That's what I used to do.
Yeah. So I was just like, so my idea, I was like, I'm just going to chug it and get it over with. So I just chug it.
Puke.
Not yet. So my grandmother, I go to the opposite side of my grandmother's house. And my brother was chilling in one room, like watching TV. I think like they already did all the festivities and shit. And so I go to him. I was like, hey, you. And so I just like start running at him and like try to tackle him. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And he just like curves me, pushes me off. And I was just like, man, it's really fucking hot in here. So like, for some reason I decided to just strip down to my underwear. And I'm like, hey, fuck you still. And so I try to tackle him. And he just pushes me off to the side. And I just like fall down on my back. And I'm like, I was like, hey, do me a favor. Give me a bottle of water. I'm really parched. He's like, right on. So he grabs me a water bottle. He gives it to me. I untwist the cap. I'm laying down still. And I just put the water bottle in my mouth and it just chug it like under 3 seconds. Just. And I throw the empty water bottle. I'm like, hey, give me another one. I'm still fucking thirsty. And he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, no. I'm like, no, God, no. I just get up. I'm rushing to the bathroom. Thank God it was close by. And so I get to the toilet and I'm just. As soon as I felt
like the water hose and the Little Rascals,
I threw up 3 times, like 3 separate times in 5 seconds. As soon as I was done, I was like, "Oh my God, I feel good now."
That's how it works.
As soon as you puke,
man.
you feel great. But that was the first.
Your body's puking because if you don't, you die.
Yeah. No, but that was my first time getting drunk. I think it was a pretty good fucking first time.
Sounds like a pretty good time. I like my first time just playing chess with a bunch of college grads.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, that's pretty cool. Well, I mean, my family's really conservative, so I kind of just like,
I mean, so is mine.
Did that, Well, I mean, if they saw me walking around with a champagne bottle,
like I said, if you want to apply political terms to my family, they're pretty libertarian.
Well, actually, that you mentioned it too, I forgot to tell you. Actually, one of my cousins did the same thing during a wedding. I think he was like 7, maybe 2.
I was,
about the same age. Yeah, same thing. But except he didn't grab the bottle. He was just grabbing the champagne bottles. No one was paying attention to him. Yeah. And he got
like the glass.
Yeah, he got really drunk and just started going on the dance floor and just started fucking dancing like a wild beast. Yeah. And then my uncle was like, "Well, we can't stop him now." They didn't give him any more, but they're like, "All right, well, fuck it, might as well enjoy."
Well, that's why I remember being 7, starting out with the glasses.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, "Screw it, man!" I just grabbed the bottle and walked around.
No, I just love that, man. Just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get twisted too.
Well, I mean, you're like a kid. You see all these adults having fun. You're like, man, I want in on that. And you do.
And you just do, and then you start throwing up everywhere.
And then you see the truth. You're surrounded by lizard people
You're
on
like,
a flat Earth.
Oh, so wow. So here's how you do it to spot the lizards if you don't have mothballs on you real quick. Beer goggles.
Beer goggles.
You just get drunk off anything.
Dude,
Oh my god.
the
Lizards are everywhere.
I don't know, man. Sometimes it's like camouflage because there's some chicks I see in beer goggles on that weren't the same the next day.
Oh, yeah. Wait. She was a lizard person.
She was a lizard person.
She was a lizard person.
Fat people are liars and lizard
And
people.
lizard people.
I'm not a lizard person.
I can't trust that, man.
I can't trust that you're not.
You're already hitting 2 for 2.
You're hitting 3 for 3.
Shit.
Fucking just clicking
I
your
need to make a
eyelids.
phone call real quick. Zucky's on to us.
He's on to us.
Call Elon. We need to deport. We need to get out of here now.
And I'm like, I can hear you. I'm right here.
Shit. Fuck. He's on to us more than that.
He's on to us more than he was.
We need to get outside of this wall. Trump's trying to build a space wall now. He's on to you, Zuck. Come on.
His space wall.
He's just gonna build a fucking little barrier.
He's gonna make the lizard people pay for it.
But we're gonna be trapped here all day.
Yes, that's gonna be our new hashtag on Twitter is Trump lizard space wall.
Trump lizard space. Hashtag it's a lizard.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But either one of those, totally great. Hashtag it's a lizard or hashtag Trump space
Trump
wall.
lizard space
Trump
wall.
lizard space wall. Oh man, too good.
Fuck yeah, dude. The fucking but no, I remember so anyway, being a kid and getting drunk and all that shit, and you see like all these grown ups doing it, and you're like, I want to do it, and you do it. And do you think that it ties into modern day adult alcoholism? Like, because I don't consider myself an alcoholic because I don't drink for emotional reasons or what have you. I just drink because I want to. Mm-hmm. And it's not a lot that I drink. I just happen to be drinking when I'm around people. So I don't think it turned me into an alcoholic.
No, because honestly, I only drink every once in a while. I've been definitely drinking like 2,000% more since we started this podcast. Although we are not drinking tonight.
Yeah, we aren't.
Yeah, but no.
So that's because I forgot to grab the beer out of the garage.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's back there.
Yeah.
No, anyways, yeah, no, dude, I would only drink maybe, honestly, every 2 to 6 months, somewhere in that time period.
Wow.
Yeah, if I ever buy a bottle of like any kind of spirit, it lasts me forever.
Really?
Yeah, like I had a bottle of Jameson whiskey and it lasts me like over 6 months.
I drink at the least once a week. At the most, probably 2 or 3 nights a week. But it's not heavy drinking. Like I'll have like a beer a night, and then if I decide to have a party or get together, then I'll get drunk.
You know, if I don't really get that drunk anymore. I mean, if we were having a party, I'll get a good buzz, catch a good buzz. Right. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
You know, moderation.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Of course, if you're the legal drinking age.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, don't let your 7-year-olds drink. Or do. I don't care. I'm just not telling you to.
If you're having a wedding or a quinceañera or whatever the fuck other kind of celebration, watch the kids.
See, that's something I never understood. So you have the Jewish folk with their bar mitzvahs.
Yep.
And you have the Latinos with the quinceañeras.
Mm-hmm.
How come the Europeans, people of European origins, and I guess Spaniards do quinceañeras too, so mainly white people, how come they don't have a coming of age party?
That's a good question.
You know,
I've never actually thought
if anyone
about that.
knows, hit us up, because I'm actually very curious.
Maybe we should start one.
Ooh, yeah.
And like the coming of age is like 12.
I don't like that. The coming of age is 24.
Well, shit, I missed it by years. Actually, by a year.
We'll call it your Riffcast party.
Yeah. Well,
welcome to what up?
welcome. What the fuck is that?
That's what it is.
You sure you haven't been drinking?
Yes.
Oh, it's that celebration.
Yeah.
I'm 24 today.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow. It's 24.
Let's buy you a beautiful dress.
Yes.
And a happy to you too. Yeah, that's actually a really good question. I've never thought about that.
Yeah. It is very interesting to think about. And it's, water. Hydration.
H2O.
Hydration is key. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, I wonder if there's any African cultures that do coming of age parties. Because I know the Native American cultures did.
Yeah.
And I know some Asian cultures did.
I didn't know about
And some Pacific Islanders, most all of the Pacific Islanders did, the Polynesians. And the Aborigines in fucking Australia. It's really just white Europeans, I think, didn't do it. But to be honest with you, if I had to take a guess, it would be the rise of Christianity in the Catholic Church, because previous to Christian dominance in Europe, there were coming of age ceremonies or rituals in the old Nordic tribes, like in the Viking age, and the Anglo-Saxons and the Celts in the Britain area, and even the Gaels in France.
Well, the thing I
Or the
always
Gauls.
kind of wondered is, how did they pick the age? Just like, hey, you're a man now. Here's this.
I don't know. I'm sure it wasn't a hard age. It was just it was usually around that age. It probably had something to do a lot with puberty and when people started puberty.
Yeah, that I can understand. Yeah. Maybe it was just also like I'd imagine most people, especially in the Vikings, that they probably die pretty young, since they battled a lot.
Well, that was just all right. So the word Viking is actually just a noun describing somebody that does raids. The people that lived in the Viking age in Norway and Denmark, Sweden, they weren't Vikings. They were just Nordic.
Okay, so
people.
Vikings were the only people who did
Viking.
raids.
Yeah, Viking, the actual raiders. To go Viking was going on a raid. But yeah, so only they really died young most of the time, and the ones that didn't usually became very wealthy.
Well, I imagine most males were, saw it as like, hey, I want to go do this. It seems like
Some of them did, but some
thing.
of them wanted to be farmers. I mean, they were normal people. Some of them wanted to be fishermen. Some of them wanted to just work on, like I said, the family farm.
Just
Go be a
norms.
tradesman or a blacksmith.
be lizard people.
Yes. That's when the lizard people invaded. That would be a good movie, Vikings versus lizard people.
Oh, shit. Better than Sharknado. And we could probably get 10 of them. And they had, 10 Sharknadoes?
We could make 11.
Yeah, fuck Sharknado.
Fuck.
Oh, lizards versus Sharknadoes.
Ooh. Lizard NATO versus Sharknado.
Who would win?
It's not tornadoes. It's NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Shark NATO versus Lizard NATO.
I'll give you 5 pieces of bread for a lump of coal. No. Fuck. Get the cannons.
Bum, 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 bum.
Guys that get cannons and they're dropping nukes and shit over there. Jesus.
Well, it's NATO.
What time period are we talking about?
80s. Reagan. Lizard Reagan has to be president.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Lizard Reagan and Shark Gorbachev.
Shark.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. The theories.
Oh, yeah. So
Right,
we'll have
not
Lizard
these facts.
NATO and Shark Saw Pact instead of the Warsaw Pact.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's too good.
Fuck yeah. Oh, man. But, that's crazy conspiracy theories for you. We shouted out that old guy with his fucking gopher, not the animal, the stick.
Yeah. And once again, to our Patreon, Direct Kitsune. Hey, man. Much love.
Much love. Thank you very much. And don't forget to shout us out on our Instagram. Give us a follow.
Heck yes. We'll put all the links in the description.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the links will be in the description.
Yeah, so hit that up. Show us some love.
And don't forget to get on that Twitter and hashtag Trump Lizard Wall.
Oh, heck yeah. Hashtag, it's a lizard.
Nah.
Don't forget to stick your mothballs in your pants. I mean, in your pockets. Don't go stuff it.
I mean, you could. I'm not going to stop you. You're an
Yeah,
adult.
just wherever you're at. You're a grown person.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, man, this has been a good episode of Riffcast.
Oh, yeah.
We love you guys. See you next time.
That's a week.